Hi, welcome back to The Blind Homemaker. Today we're doing a little New Year's grocery haul and meal prep, so stay tuned. I hope you love the video. We just got our half a hog in. It's like the boxes from Costco. It's 3 of those boxes, and we want to go through and see what all we got and how much of everything. So that's what we're doing. And there's like this big, is this a ham?
It's a ham.
This is a ham. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Holy Toledo, Batman.
How much do you think that weighed?
25 pounds.
Did you bagel just now?
A little bit. I got a little bit dizzy. Okay, so that's the ham. What's this?
This is a roast.
It's a roast. Okay. They both want to help.
That's the bacon.
Bacon. Okay.
It says ends and pieces bacon.
Okay, so we should do that in the air fryer. It's really good in the air fryer that way. This one.
Neck bones.
Ooh, that's good for soups and beans.
Soup and beans.
Soup and beans, baby. Oh my gosh.
Oh, turn it around.
Yeah.
More neck bone. Oh, that's a
neck
neck roast.
Neck
Oh, it's a
roast.
cubed neck roast.
Yum. Okay.
Oh, it's bloody.
Yeah.
It's dripping.
They're not, I know, they're not.
Those are
frozen
ribs.
yet. Ribs. Who's this one?
Roast.
Roast. I promise I'll wash my hands after.
Tenderloin.
Tenderloin. She's tiny though.
There's probably more.
That's a skirt fat. That is.
Oh, that's where I can make
It's dripping.
If you're vegan,
You're gonna get the blood on your...
it's fine. If you're vegan, don't watch this. I could do a video on how I render the fat, by the way.
I think that's a front hawk.
Ew,
'Cause there's a hawk.
Nose?
No, that's a hawk. Yeah, that is a hawk.
Okay. Let's look at this other box. What's that?
Pork chop. Pork chop. Pork chop.
I wonder if all these are pork chops.
No, pork chop. Wait, that's a pork belly.
This is pork belly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, yum.
That's pork chop.
This is pork chop.
Pork chop.
Pork chop again.
I don't know what that is.
Sell pork chops. It's like 5 pork chops.
There's like 4 in
And then
each.
what
There's
is it?
4.
What is it?
Pork chops.
Pork chops still? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's that entire box.
I can't wait to turn that into crackling.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's another hawk.
That's,
Ham hock.
and then the rest are
Breakfast
breakfast sausages.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty good amount. This is a lot of stuff, you guys.
You can smell the seasoning that they used.
I know, yeah.
I'm going to leave one of these out for us to cook tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
It smells really good.
That's what a half a hog looks like. Here's our groceries. We've got bananas because Scarlett is able to eat bananas again. And apples, pears, carrots, potatoes, onions, grapes. The table is very congested, partially because I ordered a lot of stuff and partially because we got a weird shopper. We have cut green beans, some chosen foods, Caesar dressing. Now, I just ordered some mixed lettuce, but we got lettuce and 2 bags of spinach. So I love that. That's what was replaced, even though we didn't need that. Tomatoes, celery, Brussels sprouts, 2 things of Brussels sprouts. We have a bunch of cream cheese. I could not think of what it was. Also butter, the Kerrygold butter, so delicious. We got 2 blocks of mozzarella cheese because I'm going to be making lasagna. Where's Parmesan cheese around here somewhere too? Yes, here it is. It's under the chicken. We got some frozen chicken. We've got tricolor bell peppers. Did I miss anything over there? I think that's it. Then we've got some frozen veggies. We've got peas and broccoli. There's more lettuce. We've got this uncured pepperoni, which everybody really enjoys. Some Cajun sausage that we're gonna use for sheet pan dinner. And then I got this spicy Italian sausage for lasagna. I purchased 3. I'm gonna use one and put the other ones in the freezer because our pig did not come with Italian sausage. Okay, up here, this is a whole debacle, but the fun part for Scarlett, we have Go-Gurts and Saucy Apples, applesauce pouches. Now, I only asked for this 18 pack of eggs. I'm not really sure what happened because we got an 18 pack of eggs and a case of 60 eggs, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with all those because I don't think I have enough space to store it. Sparkling water, and I believe that is it. I'm pulling out my meat for the week, so I wanted to show you what I'm pulling out of the freezer and what I plan on making with it. Pork chops. I plan on doing pork chops with gravy, mashed potatoes, and green beans, so I know everybody's gonna be very excited about that one. And I just have a foil pan that I'm putting everything into. I've got frozen chicken drumsticks. I'm going to roast these, make some broth with the bones, and then the meat I'm going to use to make a chicken pot pie soup. That'll be good. Got some Italian sausage for the lasagna, along with some ground beef. Then I've got 2 extra pounds of ground beef because I'm going to do meatloaf bombs. It's meatloaf in muffin tins, and then you stuff them with cheese. So those are really good. I'm gonna have to reconfigure my foil pan because they're not wanting to stay in. And then I got these Adele's Cajun sausages. I'm gonna slice these up with potatoes, onions, tomatoes, Brussels sprouts, and bell peppers, and do them on a sheet pan with some oil and some seasonings. My kids really love sheet pan dinners. So that's all the meat I have and what we're gonna have for dinner this week. So I was already planning on making boiled eggs. I like to make them a lot for meal prep, but now considering our best friend from Walmart gave us a bajillion eggs, we're really doing a lot of boiled eggs. And I'm gonna do it in the Instant Pot. It's the easiest way possible. Just load them up into your liner, then add about a cup of water, and then put them in the Instant Pot on high pressure for 5 minutes. And then as soon as it's done, you do a quick release, and then you do an ice bath for like 15 minutes, and they peel so easily. Highly recommend. I'll send these with my husband for lunch, put them in salads. I eat them just for my breakfast a lot. So very good high protein thing. I will tell you, I am getting very frustrated paying for chicken feed and not having eggs because it's the winter. And if you have hens, you'll know that when the days are really short, they don't lay. So we're paying for chicken feed and not getting any eggs. So that's very sad. I'll be glad when it's spring, for sure. I'm really excited to show you the next thing I'm doing. They're mason jar salads. So you could prep the whole salad and have it in your refrigerator, but the cool thing is they don't get soggy because of the way that you make them. So I have 4 mason jars out, and I went ahead and put dressing in the bottom. This is very important. The order in which you do this is super important. So if I had chicken or any other kind of meat, I would put that next. I have some bacon bits, so I'm gonna put those in my jars. I'm gonna make a mess, I know. And the dressing that you choose, I know I talk about this all the time, but don't use those dressings that are made with like canola oil or vegetable oil. Salads are killing us because of these terrible, terrible oils that we're consuming. Use something that's made with like olive oil or avocado oil. Don't use the other stuff, please. Okay, now I've got boiled eggs. So I'm gonna put a bunch of boiled eggs in here too because, well, you know, our best friend from Walmart, he definitely blessed us with lots of boiled eggs. But it's a good protein source. Eat the yolk. The yolk is good for you. God gave us the whole egg. We should eat the whole egg. Plus, the yolk is where the majority of the nutrients is, where the choline is, the good vitamins. So consume the whole egg. I know this is messy, forgive me. But again, this order is very important. And I'll probably have these for the week, or my husband can bring them to work. Next, I'm going to do tomatoes. At this point, you would use more of your thicker skinned vegetables. So like tomatoes, carrots, don't cut the tomatoes. That's very important. I have these little like grape tomatoes. You could use cherry tomatoes or what have you, but it's important that you don't cut them because it will create too much moisture and it'll make your whole salad soggy. And then I have cucumber. I may not use all of the cucumber that I cut, but we'll just see. I'm just going into each jar and adding the cucumber. I wouldn't add like avocado because it browns, so I wouldn't add anything like that. And now I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Pause. The last thing we're going to add is the lettuce. And I just have, pretty sure this is just like romaine salad mix. So you just top it with the lettuce. It's important that the jars don't get zhuzhed around because you don't want the dressing to come up towards your softer vegetables. And when you go to serve it, you can just shake the whole jar and pour it out onto a plate or into a bowl, or you could just eat it with a fork right out of the mason jar. Is that what you're gonna do, babe?
Yup.
He loves salads for lunch. But like I said, I don't like the mainstream salad dressings.
I'm debating whether I want one right now.
I know, I'm actually kind of hungry. All the meal prepping made me hungry. And I'm filling these pretty full because I expect this to be like a meal salad. And I know I'm making a mess, you don't have to tell me. And that's all she wrote. That's it. So you have your dressing at the bottom, bacon bits, eggs, tomatoes, cucumbers, and then lettuce. And you just put a lid on it and stick it in your fridge and they'll be ready to go whenever you want. The last thing we're making is a cottage cheese dip. Now don't knock it till you try it because cottage cheese can be good. You have to blend it because the chunkiness is gross. So usually I have nutritional yeast, but I don't, we are out. So we'll just have to improvise. But what I have is taco seasoning, Cholula, and ranch seasoning powder. So I'm going to put a couple of spoons of the seasoning in. How much you're going to use just depends on you and what kind of, how seasoning-y you like. I like mine very tasteful, you know, demure. Yeah. I like a lot of seasoning because I want to make sure it tastes good.
Tasteful.
Tasteful. And cutesy. The nutritional yeast gives it like a cheese flavor and it can make the color like a little bit more like a queso because I use this essentially like a high protein queso and it's very delicious. So, oh, by the way, I'm putting all this in a blender. I already had my cottage cheese in a blender and I'm putting all of these things in a blender and I'm going to blend until smooth. You may have to add a little water. It just depends on your cottage cheese. So let's go. I'm gonna take the lid off and scrape down the sides because the seasonings can really stick to the sides and just check out the texture. The texture of this feels okay to me, so I don't know that I'm gonna add any liquid to it. Just scraping the sides down. So I don't want chunks of seasoning anywhere. And then I'm gonna pop the lid back on and blend it again. It's time for the best part, taste test. It's very good. I'm gonna add a little bit more. No, I'm not. No, it's perfect. So I'm just gonna scrape this out and put it into a container. I'm gonna dip my boiled eggs into it, veggies, chicken, chips if you eat chips. And because it's cottage cheese, the protein is gonna be super, super high and you don't have to feel bad about it. The calories are good and it's a nice high protein snack. But that's the last thing we're gonna be doing together today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything more you wanna see, please let me know. Email me, Taryn@theblindhomemaker.com. And until next time, happy homemaking, bye.